our bomb trucks there that hauled our bombs around. This was a pleasure. They built LSTs. Anybody in the Navy know what an LST is? They were built there at Panama City by the Wainwright shipyards, later Kaiser. They also built the ship, the Liberty ship there. They called us one day, and it was in, I'd say, March or April. We have a whole bunch of green sailors on board. They've never operated guns, they've never run them. Would you make dry runs on them when you come in from patrol or going out on patrol? That was a pleasure. We just loved it. Then they brought out a bunch of sea dye. Man, that was fun to throw that sea dye, drop it down so we could hit that damn ship. We knew they had to scrub all day to get that stuff off the ship. But anyway, we would take and run over that to give them bomb practice so they would dry run those guns and learn how to swivel those guns. Because coming in at just off the water at 400 feet, that's the way the Japs used to attack our ships out in the South Pacific. But I went on after that, and luckily I got into the regular Army Air Corps. I ferried aircraft. I've instructed instrument flight training for 3 classes at Adamsville, Little Rock, Arkansas. Of my escapades, military aircraft, I'm not talking about this type of aircraft. I was checked out to fly 36 different types of military airplanes, which I accomplished. I carried a little white card with all those planes on it. I flew a plane overseas when I was ordered to go overseas. And I flew by the way Homestead Field to Bermuda, Bermuda to the Azores, Azores to Casablanca. I thought I was going to England. You don't go to England with the way of Casablanca. We were ordered to go to Casablanca. And there I went to Tripoli, Painfield, Cairo, Abadan, Iran, Karachi. And I turned the plane over and I deadheaded across up to the Hump. I had 106 combat missions on the Hump. I flew 6 rescue missions in a B-25 in Burma, trying to get crews that bailed out over Burma. And of all things, I flew 5 missions with the Chinese. And if you ever tried to teach Chinese, couldn't speak their language, they couldn't speak your language. Only the flight leader knew a few words of English. Try to teach them what was the proper procedure to make their approach, to make their dive, and so forth. I did that. Then I flew a plane back. Jerry Spears, at Spears Funeral Home, he's dead now, he and Gracie. They were good friends of ours. He was my co-pilot coming home from over there. I brought another C-54 back. Then I spent time on the Transcon project. Thought I was going to get shipped to the South Pacific with the Bikini project, and I got the heck out of the military. I didn't want any more part of it. And I divorced myself more or less from the military. Also, the wife says, quit talking about it. Well, that's true. But then when the adjutant general calls you from the state of Ohio and requests that you come back and be CO'd, that they were having a rough time getting men to go up and do the DEW line across Canada, calibrated. I volunteered and went up and did that, and then I said, the heck with it. I want to thank you all. I have pictures of me overseas flying the Hump. Over here on this side, I have the pictures from the CAP Coast Patrol days when it was just in its infancy here. And you're welcome to come see my room. I live at 49 Abbey Cross Lane, right off the New County line. I have a room with 280 some odd pictures, and I have a lot of memorabilia in that room. It used to be my wife's computer room, and one of my neighbors who's sitting here in a green jacket, or Chartreuse jacket, got after me. My daughter said, Dad, why don't you move that stuff out of the garage into the house? So I did, so now I've got a memorabilia room. Last night, I had a house full of Girl Scouts of all things. And some of them, I tell you, you women, when you were young, could ask a lot of questions. And I was bombarded with questions. Thanks a lot, folks.
I got a couple more stories Bob's got to tell you.
Oh, he said I forgot the Marquis story. That's true. After I couldn't go to Atlanta, I volunteered to fly patrol on Christmas Day. Christmas Eve night, Cleeve said to me, he said, Bob, we're going to have Mason come down from Conyers. join us? I said, fine. Not knowing Cleeve knew a very good celebrity, and he joined us for dinner that night. My teeth just about dropped out of my head. It was Clark Gable. And Clark Gable's wife was Carol Lombard, and she had been killed in a plane accident on a long drive out west. This happened just a month or so after that. He had finished his OCS school. He was stationed at Tyndall Field as a gunnery officer. And I went out to Tyndall 3 times. He found out that I shot Skeet also. So I went out and I shot Skeet with Clark Gable 3 times before he was transferred out to Tyndall Field. But there was quite a few celebrities that I went on my tour of duty. Anyway, thanks a lot for reminding me. I probably forgot.